Hello, my name's Susan Dillon, and I'm running to be your state representative for District 34. Since announcing my candidacy, I've been asked, why do I want to be your state representative? It's simply to be a bigger voice and advocate for our community. I have a lifetime of relevant experience that sets me apart as the most qualified candidate to represent District 34 at this time. As a registered nurse, I have over 30 years of extensive experience across the healthcare continuum. I had a very successful career, starting as a bedside nurse, working as a school nurse, administrator, educator, case manager, corporate consultant, and more. I have the background, knowledge, and understanding of our healthcare system that can only come from working within healthcare, and am well equipped to effectively address the many healthcare-related issues that we know are priorities at the state level. I'm also well qualified in education. My husband and I have 5 children. Our youngest attends a local public school, so I can speak on behalf of parents. I'm a master's prepared educator with experience teaching various nursing clinicals. And this was the highlight of my career because I loved being able to nurture a passion in students for the nursing profession and help them acquire the tools that they need to competently and compassionately care for their patients. I also have expertise in online education. With COVID, online learning became an integral part of our education system. As a director of clinical education, I built, implemented, and automated an online training system for a company of over 900 employees. As a parent, educator, and subject expert, I have the background knowledge and experience needed to effectively address education-related topics at the state level. I also have a son who's actively serving in the military and a veteran son who is serving in law enforcement. I fully understand the sacrifice it takes to maintain our freedom. Many of you have come to know me as a community volunteer. I left healthcare in January of 2020 to focus full-time on community outreach as a volunteer. COVID provided just the opportunity. Initially, the main need I saw was food security, so I volunteered to help with food distribution. With the help of a local restaurant for safe storage of donated food and a friend I met online who identified families in need through social media, we were able to do over 2,000 deliveries of food before losing count early in the pandemic. We also provided information on local resources for food, rent, utilities, clothing, and more as the needs arose. And I focused on promoting collaborative efforts with outreach organizations and individuals so we could more effectively meet our community needs together. Community outreach is more than just giving people things or doing something to get noticed. With true outreach, often no one will ever know except the person you helped. It's all about relationships. Truly caring enough to go out of your way to help when a crisis arises and not expecting anything in return. Regardless of your political affiliation, I want to challenge you to look for ways to connect with others in this way and make our community a better place. Now let me tell you about a few of our neighbors. The first was a tenant of poorly managed apartment. As she walked down her stairs, they collapsed. She watched as roaches scurried from the rotted steps, and in tears she called me because she was unable to resolve the issue and asked me to advocate on her behalf. Another family lost their heat in the middle of a snowstorm and were unsuccessfully trying to heat their home with their oven. And then there was a young woman who showed up with everything that she owned in a suitcase and needed safe housing until she could get into a program that would help her. I'm thankful I was able to provide resources and advocate for these community members. And I share these stories to emphasize that true community outreach is having relationships with your neighbors so you're able to help when needs arise. As a community volunteer, I'm known as an advocate, a problem solver, and someone who really does care. In addition to serving our community in a personal way, I have the privilege of serving as the president of the Optimist Club, whose purpose is to serve youth and promote a better community. I'm on the board for Open Door Health Services. I'm a board member for HOPE, a networking organization that looks for ways to put back into the community, and I volunteer for Second Harvest and First Choice for Women. I am also a conservative and have been my entire life. As you can see, I am very well qualified to represent our community. I am confident I have your vote, so we can fill this position with the best person who will be a voice for our entire community. Thank you for your vote as you join your neighbors to choose me, Susan Dillon, to be your voice of choice as the next Indiana State Representative for District 34. Thank you for your support. My name is Susan Dillon, and I approve this message.
Paid for by the Friends of Susan Dillon.